Hi, Umma. Hi, Appa. Back to Monday. I just came back from a walk. Let me show you my Strava. Because my Strava is where I log all the activity. And today's afternoon walk was. This is the path of my afternoon walk. Afternoon walk. Oh. Elevation gain 63 feet. I was moving for 20 minutes. And But now we've got some sales training thing going on. Like this guy, if you've seen him on Instagram. But we're now taking some training from him. And then we'll probably go to the gym after. And I looked through some of the footage from yesterday, and oh, it is so good. The footage was, well, yesterday was just insane. I haven't edited it yet, but I went through some pictures and I went through some videos, and it was fun to get a lot of behind the scenes stuff while the dressing room getting ready and behind the stage, but then they won all the awards, and that was just a whole other project that I did not think was going to happen. But I kept my camera, I kept this camera rolling, and it was just its own project for another 45 minutes for an hour. And it came out so well. It was one of those moments where there's so much happening that I don't think Tiffany and Robert really grasped what was happening, and if they understood, and if they would try to recall it, they couldn't because there was so much adrenaline, and they were just focused on the next thing and trying to find the right people. And so I'm really glad I got to capture that on video and capture that with pictures because now I'm watching it and I'm reliving it, and I'm getting the adrenaline rush again and the goosebumps, and it was a lot of fun. So I need to edit that. The transferring itself, the pictures took about 2 hours because there was 111 gigabytes. There was like 2,200 photos. Usually, you take about 10%. I take about 10% for photos that I like or that are good, and so there's probably gonna be about 200 photos that I go through and edit. Maybe a little bit more because there's a lot of fashion portfolio ones, and I'll edit all the clear ones. It was a lot of it was really hard because it was dark, so the camera can't focus on anything. It has nothing to when it focuses, autofocuses. But it's a lot of fun. I can't wait to edit all of it. I've got to be very disciplined for the next couple days to edit the photos and the vlogs and all that. So it'll be a project coming up for this week, but I gotta stay focused on gym because I'm starting a new phase with Alex, and I think that's it. Back to the training. So I got two burritos for dinner. Well, sorry, I went to go get two burritos because one will be for tomorrow. Because I need to cook rice and defrost meat. So I got two burritos here for now. But I recorded. I mean, I did the training, and then after the training, I went and fell asleep on the couch, and didn't really do anything. So, today will be a very very light day. I didn't even go to the gym, but I will. Couple thoughts from yesterday though. That's not spicy, and that's all I have of Cholula. So yesterday, just a recap of my day and some thoughts. I was surprised at how long the battery of the flash lasted. Because right now, there's still 3 bars. 3 out of 3 bars. I have barely touched it. And I heard good reviews about the battery life, which is great. The other thing, I packed all my chargers and cables in case I needed a lot. I didn't really need a lot. I have 5 batteries for my photo camera. I had enough battery for the video camera. And this thing that I'm filming on right now lasted the full day. And then I went and got the extra battery handle, and it lasted me another full day. So, for the most part, I had everything. The only maybe the one other thing that I would do is I would keep an extra battery pack for my camera with me. There have been a couple of times I had to like run up and come back down to go get more battery for the camera. But with the flash, I think it uses a lot more battery because it has to send a signal to the flash to go off, so there was an extra step. I don't know, it felt like the battery went down further or quicker than normal. And that's because I wasn't using a flash before. The other thing is I'm already mentioned and put it yesterday's vlog. Getting a zoom camera like a 24 to 70, 24 to 105, huge. I understand why people have it. It gets you that range without having to switch cameras. And like yesterday, as I was packing, I was keeping the lens in my back pocket, and I kept getting stuck. Like I said, if this becomes a more serious thing and I need it more often, I'll definitely switch. 85 was great for the portrait. 85 lens that I have, 85 millimeter, was great for the portraits. Was great for depth of field. I did end up using the 35 more because we were in more of a constrained space. The 35 millimeter gives a better scope, a better view of what we see with the human eye, because the human eye sees at 25 or about 20 to 25, and we also see at 24 frames per second, which is what all the movie cameras use. So, side note. The other thing is I'm sure that there are rules and there were rules for photographers, but part of me just felt like these are kids. Like, what are they gonna do? Get us in trouble for winning 5 awards? Like during the actual show, like leading up to the show. Yes, there are rules. I understand that safety, liability. You know, you're sure, but during the actual show, of the access of like photographers and where I could and couldn't go, I feel like that just goes out the window because that's the least of their worries. Because we ran so much over time that they needed to speed the show up to get going. And in the behind the scenes footage, when Tiffany and Robbie went out to go get their awards, the second, third, and fourth time they didn't let them, and then the fifth time they were just like go, 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 because everybody kept they tried because everybody tried to keep getting on stage and they kept stopping and stopping, and I think they felt bad. One, two, right? Like this is a big moment. This is a big day. This is a big event. This is what all of this had led up to, and they didn't let them go up. It didn't feel right, so that they ended up letting them go out. And for me, I don't know where I was allowed and wasn't allowed. And in the back, while we were waiting, we were doing like flash photos. And at first, Tiffany was like, "Don't do flash, don't do flash." And then one other person did flash, and we're like, "Okay, just do flash." So it feels like, of course, we're trying to follow the rules and be respectful. And as a photographer, you want to get invited back to, and not build up a reputation to be tough to work with. But also, this was the moment. This was the moment of the last 5-6 months for them. Where I can't take flash photos behind and I can't go follow them. Like, the other thing is I forgot one of some of Tiff's closest friends to get a video of them. I think I messaged to her. And so I just messaged him on Instagram to send it to me. But man, after the show, that was chaos. Absolute chaos. I'm so glad I had Tiffany mic'd for a little bit. And I was following her. I felt like a documentary crew, like walking backwards. I kept the camera pretty still. And this thing did a phenomenal job at staying stabilized. I just looked at some of my other footage that doesn't have a stabilizer. It's so shaky. So this is incredible. But I was like walking like this, walking backwards, like looking back, running into people. But that came out really well. Really happy. And definitely a different experience. Like once they won all the awards, it became a whole. I think I said this yesterday, but it became a whole different project. Because I thought it was just the fashion show, awards, go clean up, and then say bye, and that was gonna be it. But man, this was just another level I did not expect. I didn't expect it to be awards until they announced it at the beginning. So I'm gonna finish the rest of this burrito. We'll have the camera on. I'm sorry if that was rude to talk while I was eating. Because I didn't do anything else today, I'm gonna try to add maybe 9 more pictures up to the wall, and yeah, we'll go. I'll show you what pictures I pick and what I put up on the wall because that does need to be built out. Otherwise, it's just 2 strings on a wall and it looks sad. So, alright, I'll see you in a minute. Printer maintenance right now. We've got some volleyball. That's Kate on her birthday. Handstands with Alex at La Jolla. Flowers that I bought myself. Flowers that I bought for someone else. That's Steven from the softball team. Some random lady painting in La Jolla. Kate on our photo walk. More volleyball. That's the bag that I got Kate for her birthday. It's a new photo bag with her initials on it. That's my YouTube playlist. Hi Umma, hi Appa. Random picture of the moon. And then in La Jolla, when I was renting and testing my lens, I saw this group of people go out for scuba diving lessons at night. And I wanted to find some more pictures to fill this, but I didn't want to spend the time. And this year is about creating imperfectly. So this is an incomplete, and some might say imperfect page, but that's what we've got, and I like it, and we're gonna keep going. And before, when I would cut this, I would want it to be perfect. I would want every line perfect. I would want it immaculate, but not this year. This year, we're just getting it done. So, we roughly line it up. Roughly line it up. And cut. Doesn't matter if it's perfect. This just needs to get on the wall. Boom. I do want to label these though, at least with the date. New string unlocked. Where it goes, I don't know, but it goes up here. Whoa. Imperfect. All right, new additions to the wall. we go. We are continuing to grow. I like it. That's my creative thing. It is. Jeez, this is 11:51. I'm gonna brush my teeth and see if I can edit some videos. That's it for me. Bye, Umma. Bye, Appa. Thanks for joining me on this very calm and uneventful day. But I'm glad we got progress on the third string. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.